People that are drawn to setting are the ones who tend to enjoy the climbing gym, but they just want a little bit more. I think I've always wanted something a little more out of climbing gym. So I would be that kid in the climbing gym and I would climb everything and I'd be like, well, what's next? And you know, there's always what's next. And instead of sitting around and waiting, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna create what's next. I wanted to be an artist. I saw my friends who were really creative. My girlfriend's a wonderful artist, but I just could not learn how to draw, paint. So I think for me it was really important to have an artistic an output, and that was my artistic output in setting. So a big part of setting for me was not only creating something that I could climb so that I could express myself better, but also put something that I thought was beautiful on the wall, which I thought was nice.
It's really fun to kind of get sucked into a climb that you love outdoors and then try and recreate it indoors. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes it doesn't. It's just kind of a thing you have to figure out along the way.
So I think a long time ago I had a good friend of mine who opened a gym in southern Illinois called the Climb So Ill. And their whole idea is, look, you're going to spend millions of dollars trying to open up a climbing gym. Why try to mimic it to the outdoors when you can just walk outside if you're going to build this amazing structure? And so while I do appreciate when my setters do stuff like that, I like to train in the climbing gym and get strong, and that's nice. But me personally, I know what my clientele looks for. Most of the people who come here will probably never go outside. With setting, it's this whole idea of this mixing between, what you want and what the customers want. Ultimately, paint a picture, tell a story.
After we get done setting, we'll stay and we watch people climb so that we can, because it's easy for us because we know the beta, because we're the setters, and it's really cool whenever you set a really weird move and then nobody gets it, and then somebody gets it, and then everybody goes, whoa! It's really cool to watch people work through the same creative process that you worked through. Like, how am I gonna do this? What am I gonna do? So it's easy to be creative here because you're allowed to be creative here.
Ooh, oh, yeah.